Hey everyone, Michael here from GameGravy.com.
And I'm here too.
Yes, and it's been a minute, and we've missed
He
you.
found me.
I spent months tracking him down. Yes, and this is Eddie. You remember him. If you don't, there's
I'm,
86 episodes full of bullshit to remind you that you can go
I'm
watch.
just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to try harder next time. I gotta wait for so long.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a PAX West special. They don't call it Prime anymore. They call it West because it's Seattle based. But
And there's too many Paxes now.
too many Paxes,
Yeah.
all the Paxes. But yeah, I went. I went this year. I went with my sister in law and some friends. Um, from they have their own site called Game Raven. But yeah, we're doing Eddie and I are gonna be doing some fun coverage of all the indie games that we saw there at PAX West, and I'm excited about these games.
A lot of the stuff you sent me looked really neat. Like I told you when we went to South. I just it's a different energy at PAX than something like E3 where you're just cramming into EA's booth to see whatever they're recycling.
Yeah,
It's mostly on the floor. It's the people who are actually building these games themselves, and like so when they talk about it, their eyes light up. They can't wait to tell you about the game they're making, and it's a different kind of energy than a guy reading from a script. Like, hey,
yeah,
hey, this is the Activision booth. Hey, look, this is Call of Duty Paris. We're just gonna shoot up Paris now. Like,
yeah.
we're running
No,
out of shit to blow up, so
I felt that way at E3. It was fun, but like everyone had cards and a script. If you went off of it, derailed. They had I don't know. They just didn't have that much passion.
yeah, not that E3's not cool or
No, it was great. It was,
sell your games like stuff that big announcements are awesome. I don't like begrudge any of that. I do like the smaller scale of packs, and I like the smaller games and stuff that like I don't know. It just
yeah.
kind of draws me more than the big name stuff.
So like the biggest game company that was at PAX West this year was Bandai Namco, and that was
Oh yeah.
yeah, like the Tales series game, Tales of Arise. That was the biggest release there.
How far back do you go with Tales? Have you played a lot of Tales games?
I mean, I have, but it's been a hot minute, dude. I honestly I didn't remember the last one I played because there's been that many games and it's been that long in between. Um, but yes, I did play the last Tales game, but this feels different. I really like this. I had to get schooled by some of my friends that were like, "Dude, you don't remember anything? Come on, man!" Like, and they're just going to town, like telling me all these secrets to the game, and it was really cool. And I got into it. I did the monster takedown challenge, and I almost won the damn cup, but
Oh yeah.
but my timer went off. It was a 20-minute timer, and I went at like 4:45, and they're like, "All right, just kind of like the girls were like at the booth, were like, just take your time, and then just like take the monster down like right at 5 because it's a 5 p.m. contest." I'm like, "Dang it!" But I can't do the maths, sometimes, and do the maths.
Ah.
4:45 to 5. I had under 5 minutes really to take down the beast. So, and it
Um,
it was like a 10 to 15 minute fight. So,
Boo.
it definitely timed out, and the girl's like, you have it, and then it was like time expired, and I'm like, no. She's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, can I still? She's like, no, get out.
Just break the TV.
Pretty much. I was just like, son of a bitch. I had it, man. I swear to God, I had it. you know
Just take a bite out of the controller.
Pretty much. I was just pissed, but it was okay. It was definitely a fun game. I bought it on Steam. I have it. I've been playing it. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. It kind of fills that niche. It's a JRPG, and it's like an adventure JRPG. It's not like turn-based as in like strict rules like an Ogre Tactics or original Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? Like it's like real
Oh
action.
yeah.
You can switch people in and out super fast and like execute spells and like run around, and it's like the newer Final Fantasies. So
Okay.
yeah. But
Very
let's
cool.
let's get down with the first game on our list, right?
Yeah.
So this game I saw, I really like the pixel art of this, and it's called, I don't even know if I say it right, like
Exophobia. Yeah.
Exophobia, Sophia. um, It's
Sokovia.
Sokovia. It's by developers Zarkatak, and it was published by PM Studios. And it's a pixelized first person shooter that's tagged as like unforgiving in a Metroidvania type of way. So it has that vibe. It's like,
Yeah, it did. It did advertise Metroidvania type events or design, but I didn't see a whole lot of it in the trailer. But
yeah.
what I did see looked really really neat and fun. It looked like a what did it remind me of? Kind of like a almost like a 3D Axiom Verge. I mean, without all like
Oh
the
yeah.
goo on the walls, but I mean but it just like the kind of
Which is also a Metroidvania game. As we
yeah,
covered that on
2D.
Game Gravy earlier.
Yeah, we did a coverage.
Yeah.
One coverage, please. But no, Exophobia actually looks kind of neat. I do like I like the graphics are really they're fun. They're fun. Like I like how they're you can't call them cel shaded. Just it's just a pixel art shooter.
Yeah.
It's pixel art. But just the style and speed with which it moves is really cool too.
Yeah, it's fast paced. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
I don't
know. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that release date's October of 2021, so that's coming out soon.
Oh, that's around the corner, dude.
Yeah,
cool.
Super close.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next game. What was it? Spirit of Midnight. Did you get a chance to see that one?
I did. It's kind of so it's not like there's no. Doesn't look like there's any like direct combat in the game. It looks like it's kind of like the old point and click adventure games from like LucasArts in the 90s.
So it's developed and published by a company called Good Badger, and it's an adventure. It's a stylized, cute adventure, I guess it's labeled as, because like you like are a house cat who gains the ability to get up on your two legs and wander outside and embark on like an adventure for the first time. So you're like a house cat going outdoors for the first time.
Little cat, big world.
Pretty much. But I will have to say, I did speak to the developers there, and I was like, hey, he's like, yeah. And I like kind of like looked at him and I was like, hey, see that thing up there on the wall? He goes, yeah, the cat plushie. I was like, what's a guy got to do to get one of those? And he goes, you're not the only guy that's asked that. He goes, we're going to put them for sale soon. Check our Steam page and Twitter. They're in production. They didn't make it for the PAX show, but and he's like, man, everyone can. And as soon as I said that, people run up. They're like, yeah, the plushie. I want that plushie. That cute cat plushie. So besides the game, their merch and their character design and their artwork for the game is freaking awesome. It is cute. It's very stylized.
I actually I thought it was pretty good. I did really enjoy as soon as the not action but as soon as like the trailer became more in depth, like immediately after he stopped exploring like the immediate neighborhood and then started exploring like the weirder things like inside of trees and other animals you can talk to and stuff like that. The music like got kick ass.
Yeah.
Whatever whoever's doing music for the game. That's something that I'm kind of weak against. It's super effective. So like a good soundtrack can really hook me in. You know how I was obsessed with fucking Hotline Miami.
Oh my god, yeah.
Months just because like the gameplay was tight, solid, and addictive, but the soundtrack, man, it kept me going.
Yeah.
So like a good soundtrack will get me every time. So I don't know. Like I watched that trailer twice just so I could just keep bumping with it. I was like,
yeah. I think it's all done in house, to be honest with you. So. Yeah. So yeah, I would check that out. So the release date for that one, it just says 2022. It doesn't. They didn't have like a firm date. So it's like really early release, but it's a fun game. So they had it for play to test out at PAX.
Okay.
Cool. So
that one this one is Steam only.
Spirit of Midnight. Yeah. It looks like it's Steam only. Yeah. So.
And he's gonna have to work on getting another rig.
Yes, sir.
But not a PC for too long.
No, a big one, big boy one. Uh,
computer.
the other one that has kind of like a cool artwork style. It's called Dwerve, and it's a tower defense dungeon crawling RPG. That's like a mouthful right there.
But it's not roguelike. You got to throw a roguelike in there. Nobody will play it.
I mean, it's not roguelike, but it's but it's a dungeon crawler that's a tower defense and it's an action RPG all at once. But it's kind of like that pixel art as well too. It's developed and published by Half Human Games, which is kind of a cool name. Not quite human, or half human.
Oh, not quite human, but like a dwarf.
A dwarf.
Oh,
A dwarf.
shit.
That's clever. Is that why? Are they dwarves? Yeah, I think they are dwarves, but they're dwarves. Is dwarf copyrighted? Can you not say dwarf?
No, it's not copyrighted, Michael.
It's just like every time you say dwarf, you have to give Tolkien's estate a certain amount of money.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like that, but no, it's you can say dwarf and not have to give somebody pennies.
Hey, I don't know. I fuck if I know. Shit, man. God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have a soundboard I can use to burn myself. So.
Oh yeah. He's in the prototype stages of putting together from the past 86 episodes something he can just use to make fun of himself using my voice, and so I don't have to fucking be here anymore.
Yeah, I don't have Eddie's voice. I grabbed it off of a soundboard. I haven't done that. That's a large endeavor to scrub through.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you were talking about it the other day.
The
about,
closest I have is like a combination is like one of these, like right here, like.
Shut the fuck up.
Like that's like that just reminded me of you, and like the hey, nope, stop. Like kind of like that. So
there's nothing more refreshing than hurting your feelings in real time, but in a pinch it's good that you would have something to fall back on.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah,
so I'm excited to see where that project takes you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that might take more time, but I would prefer to talk to you in real time as well. But if I need to hurt my own feelings, I have some, I have favorites here.
Sure.
So
yeah, whatever. I'll just sleep at night, buddy.
Shut up. Yeah. So.
Shut the. That one was funny. The first one.
Yeah. Shut
the fuck up.
Yes. So.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just literally pulled sounds off the internet that are capital phrases that I'd be like, I think Eddie would say this to me. The only one that I don't have on here, the only one that I know that you wouldn't say is like the hentai moan, but I couldn't help but get that. So I had to just get that. So when I'm talking like about a game I love, I can be like, and this game is so amazing. Oh yeah. So
You fucking nerd.
I know. But I did find a Wilhelm scream. So
that's a good one to have.
Yeah, it's classic. So I just I'm gonna have fun with it, why not? So, but anywho, this game looks fun, right? I didn't get a chance to play it. The line was too long, and I was like, I don't want to wait in that line.
I'm not huge on tower defense, but it's something I would definitely try out. It's something like I'm terrible on defense. I'm more of an offense guy. I don't know. I always found like tower defense games to be a little like limiting in their gameplay. They're fun. I did. What was that? I haven't played one in a long time though. That's why maybe I should try Dwerve, because the last one I played was the one that was based on Final Fantasy, and that one was not good at all.
Ass hat, from what I remember.
Crystal not Chronicles. It was a different game, but Crystal Defenders.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was crap. It was terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Square hasn't made a game that bad since Marvel's The Avengers.
Oh.
Where's the rim shot on your soundboard? Give me one. Give me one.
I have one there.
Hey, there you go. Now give yourself a shut the fuck up. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? That guy saying shut the fuck up is the new co-host.
Yeah. That was Michael
And we're
Scott.
also joined by Michael Scott. All right.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this, you nerd. Let's go.
All right, sorry, but I got one that I know you'll instantly recognize.
Oh, yeah? Oh!
What is?
That's like when I have a coffee and a cigarette in the morning, and then all of a sudden I go to the bathroom.
It's just like instantly like, I'll be right back.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah. So do you want to go to the next game?
Mhm.
Okay. So the next game is is actually kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny because it's a hack and slash. It's a hack and splash.
Splash, yeah.
Yes, game. Yeah, it's called Fire Girl, and it's a hack and splash rescue game, and it's a platformer. What is it? It's an action roguelike game.
Roguelike, you say?
It's very roguelike, and it's pixel arts. All the pixel arts. You gotta pluralize it with the S at the end. Arts. So, but it's by developer Dejima, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's published by Thunderful Publishing, which kind of reminds me of like Thunder Girl, like from Bob's Burgers, like
With fire.
but with fire, Fire Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Thunderful.
I thought it was neat. But it looked really. I love the graphics. I love the gameplay. But the reason I won't be buying this game is because the hose doesn't follow her through the entire game.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying, right? But is a hose really infinite?
No, I'm being facetious. But like, there's a, I was like, there should just be a hose running off screen like the entire time. She's jumping off of like trains and all kinds of like crazy shit in the trailer. There should just be a hose that just follows her off, like just off screen the entire fucking time. I just think that would be hilarious. But no, it looks really fun. The coolest element is like the rebuilding of stuff that burns down. Like you save like a stage, it looks like from what I saw, I may have seen it wrong, but it looks like you can rebuild shops and stuff. You unlock the ability to buy new
new things.
Buy new items from places that you have rebuilt after they've burned down, and you save the building or whatever. It's like you're kind of like building a little town as you're saving it, and I don't know. It looks neat.
Yeah,
it's a neat idea.
Yeah, that's why it kind of popped out to me. I was like, "Ooh, looks like a fun game."
But I do like the 2.5D environments. It's really eye catching. It's nice to look at. Yeah.
I agree. The next game is one I ran into like not by accident, but like I literally ran to. Because it was staged really well at PAX, and they created kind of like a forge kind of looking thing. It's called Blacksmith Bay, and it like the little booth. It was not a booth. It was a booth, but it looked like more decorated design. There was a guy hammering stuff on a little anvil there. They're giving away pins and fun little selling candles and figures and printed stuffs. But it's cool. Like it's by 582 Interactive is the developer and publisher. Apparently, this game was supposed to be a platformer. It was supposed to be something completely different. And they're like, you know what? No, we're gonna completely change. Like they built this one facet into the game that they just expanded into the game. So you start a smithing shop, and you craft weapons and sell them and decorate your shop and get customers and complete commissions and just do crazy. It's like an adventure simulation RPG. So
okay, but I mean, there's a. I didn't understand. Like, so there's a storyline, correct? Is there like an overarching story to it, or do you just expand your shop and keep expanding your shop and get bigger and bigger?
Yeah. It's like
missions and
there's a little. It looks like there's a little bit of a story. Like I just did the demo. I didn't actually. The game doesn't come out till 2022. So like they said they have plans for it. So, Oh, in case I forgot to mention, also prior, like the release date for Fire Girl. The reason why I haven't said it is because it said coming soon. They didn't actually have a date for me.
Oh, so, they don't have anything yet.
Yeah,
and that is coming out on everything under the sun.
Yes, correct. So, under the splash. And but yeah, this
Good
game.
joke, man. That was really good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Totally.
that was sweet.
Yeah.
Can I go home now?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
You stupid.
I know that's
Oh
what you
my
think. um.
Ugh.
So yeah. See, I can bring myself. I'm good. But yeah, no, this
No,
game.
I think you still need a little bit of an expert hand when it comes to making fun of you.
Yeah, it's true. I need to be catered.
That's right.
But it looks fun. I mean, did you see the trailers of this game? It was pretty nice. It was a fun thing to like. I did the little experience. I got my pin for my PAX badge. It was fun.
Ooh.
I recommend check if you like crafting games, and if you ever play like MMORPGs and you're like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and craft like this armor or this stuff, like this game would totally make you happy
Oh,
because you would do,
that's
you would do that.
I would, yeah. If it makes you happy,
Do it.
I want no part of it.
Okay, I mean that makes total sense. That's how, as it should be. But
No slight to the developers. I'm sure it's a very fine game. But I have to take a stand against things that make me happy.
if it's catered to Mike, it sucks.
If it's catered to Mike, it's just it might not suck. It's not for me.
It's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
I get that. But yeah, that comes out like I said in 2022, and it looks exciting.
Yeah, I'd like to see more on it when they as we get closer to the game's release.
Yeah, the public beta is live. So well, the second one is. If you go to their Discord, if you go to the Steam page and then head to their Discord, you can get in on like betas as they release them because I think they had the public beta too that they released back in July. So yeah,
Okay.
which is cool. The next game is a sequel, right? So it's by Pathia Games, the developer and publisher, and it's called My Time at Sandrock, and it's a sequel to like My Time at Portia. Sorry, my bad.
Which I'm not privy to. I haven't played.
Well, it's kind of like a sandbox RPG crafting building life simulator all in one.
Huh.
How does that feel?
Feels busy.
It does feel busy. It's fun though.
Feels busy.
I got to
just watched a bunch of children hopping around in the trailer, and then I was like, oh, combat. Okay, I get to hit things with stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, okay.
You can pick and choose. So I met someone that was like, I like to just build and craft things, and I was like, cool. And she was all about that. And then her husband's like, I like to kill things, and I'm like, cool, all right. So he goes out and builds weapons and kills things. So it's kind of like, I guess you can kind of pick and choose how you want to like play the game because it is a sandbox, but it's also a simulator. So like, and an RPG. So you can go on adventures, you can collect things, play games, hunt things down,
Sure.
or just have another Blacksmith Bay and craft stuff, But the artwork is cool. I think it's interesting. It comes out in 2021.
Oh, it's this year.
Yeah, later on in the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It does.
Right.
They didn't say specifically, but the beta was supposed to be like the early access to the game was supposed to come out in March, and I asked them why it got pushed back, and they said they're still working on it. So that they were nice, but not very informative. So I really don't know,
Gotcha.
what the deal is, but it looks interesting. Not the game I was the most excited about, but it was fun.
All right.
Yeah. I will tell you the next game though was kind of neat. It was neat. It's
Neat.
yes. It's by I'm gonna fucking butcher this name too. It's the name of the game is called Mealtime. But the developer is Kila van der Degel, and it's published by Freedom Games.
Okay.
I tried. I really tried. Yeah, Kila van der Degel. It might be a single developer that published it, to be honest with you. But you deliver mail. It's an adventure exploration open world platformer, and your goal is to like it's a cozy adventure game where you deliver mail.
It does look cute. I just don't know how long it's going to be until we get to the clipping your toenails simulator.
Yeah.
That's also cozy and fun.
I mean, I might get to the point where I want to throw the mail at people and start like and then it's gonna turn into a Grand Theft Auto, and when I can't do that, I might get frustrated and just go play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm being unfair too. I mean, the game Paperboy was very popular. It was about what do you do in this game? Do you fight an alien armada or
No, you deliver papers.
like win the Super Bowl? No, you avoid getting eaten by dogs, hit by cars, and you just throw papers at people's houses and try not to break their windows. I'm sorry, what?
I actually tried to break windows. That was the fun thing.
Well, that's why you fucking suck at it.
Yes, exactly. But
why can't I get a high score?
Oh, damn it! Why do they keep knocking me off my bike?
Oh no!
But no, it's like a wholesome game, like, right? So like if you want to like not think too hard and you just want to like chill and not have to worry about murdering people in video games, then I guess this would be a great game. Yeah, and the release date is to be announced. It's I like TBD, to be determined, but like a lot of people use TBA, and it freaks me out. I don't know why. To be
announced.
To be announced.
It scares you, huh?
That doesn't flow right. It doesn't.
Shakes Michael to the core.
It shakes me to the core.
You can't say that.
Yeah. No.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's that. So okay, the next area. Okay, we're gonna get into like my extremely exciting, fun stuff right now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna start off slow though. We're gonna ease into it. So
I was just waiting for just the tip joke. I'm glad you skipped it.
You did it for me.
That's fucking.
So yeah. So okay, how do I even talk about it? So I saw a company there that I jumped up and down and was super excited. I'm like, what the fuck is this for real? Is this for real? And then I saw Apogee Entertainment there.
Ashton, come out.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Where is he at? Who's punking me? Who's fucking punking
Apogee
me?
Entertainment.
Yeah. So and if you don't know, which is like it was like developed and published originally by like 3D Realms. Like they did.
Apogee was the publisher.
Yes.
And other houses like 3D Realms came out of them.
Yeah, they made they came about from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Commander Keen, the original Duke Nukem games.
Blake Stone.
Oh yeah. As in the announcement video, they had as Mike calls him, the Duke Nukem guy.
Yeah, the Duke Nukem guy. He was in the video.
His name is John St. John, you fucking clown.
Yes, yeah, what?
My name's Duke Nukem.
But yeah, that's how I know him. Like, you know. So, but like if
he's gonna kick your ass.
Like, you know, like
you're pissing me off.
Because I don't know his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm really pissed off.
Like, so he's pretty pissed off.
Yeah, but anyway, he's back.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of using him as like a new face of Apogee, and he was showing that announcement video where they were just showing like proof of concept stuff for a bunch of different games that they were working on. It was really exciting.
Yeah.
Because it was like a whole bunch of different stuff. They're not just releasing remastered versions of like 1989 PC games. They were doing like there's a there was a Dead Fury.
Dead Fury.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, and Below the Stone there was like a dual trailer, and Dead Fury is like their open world zombie killing game.
Yeah, and it looks really neat.
Yeah, it looks scary.
There wasn't a lot to show off, but they had like the UI all together, and there's not a lot of draw distance. This is something they're still working very, very hard on, and there's not a lot to show, but they want to show something, and it does look really, really neat.
Yeah, like I was very impressed with the games. It's like the first game that I saw that popped up that was like, so it was Below the Stone was that one, and the game you mentioned, Eddie, and then Secret Agent, which is like their secret.
It is a straight up it's a remaster of the original Secret Agent games.
Yeah.
And So it was Secret Agent game, but it's like all 3 episodes, and then they made a brand new 4th episode.
Yep.
For the game that you can only get with the new one, obviously.
And you're 006.
006 is very very original character.
Yes. And you know the release date of this game?
No, tell me.
February 1st, 1992. By the way, you know what my favorite Duke Nukem saying is?
I'm sure you're gonna play it for me.
I'm fucking gonna play it for you.
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
I love the neck.
Neck. Yeah.
Shit down your neck.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
He's got some bangers, man.
He does.
One-liners. I love me some Duke Nukem.
I love Duke. He's great. But yeah, so one of my favorite games that they make that I cannot wait for, it kind of has like the cyberpunk first-person shooter, pixelized, crazy son of a bitch like vibe to it. It's called Turbo Overkill, and it kind of reminds me of Turbo Kid, the movie, right? It has no tie-in.
Mentality-wise, maybe, but storyline setting, they're all wildly different.
Totally different. But like, it feels like, with like the dystopian future of like, except it's different. Yeah. It's more futuristic.
It's gonna be better than Cyberpunk, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I bet you it's not gonna freeze after 5 minutes.
The game doesn't look anywhere near finished. But I loved how fast it was moving.
Yes.
Like it's probably built in Source, but it was moving fast like Quake Arena. Like it was moving stupid fast.
Dude,
and
you know how you slide? You slide, you have a fucking chainsaw for a leg that pops out.
That guy had chainsaw limbs coming out of fucking everywhere.
Yes. Who wants?
I would be afraid to have sex with that guy.
I mean, are you really gonna have sex with him with his feet facing you? Like, I mean, don't do that.
He might have a chainsaw dick. You don't know.
That is true. He probably does for self-defense. It's the future.
It's terrible. I've seen his wrist turn into one, his foot turn into one. I don't want to know what else he's got.
Right? Bends over, one comes out his ass.
Anyway, the gunplay looked really cool.
Yeah.
I saw that dude and it's first person, but I seen him sailing through the air.
Yeah.
Multiple targets, and he's just flying bip 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 bip, and he's laying waste. I saw a multiple lock-on weapon.
Yes, yeah, the multi-kill.
That cleared a fucking room, turned everybody to Gibbs. I was like, oh, that's neat.
Yes, neat is the perfect word for it. So
so like I said, it does look like stages are unfinished, but like Apogee was just very excited to show off all their games. So like,
but they published it. They didn't develop it. So that was developed by Trigger Happy Interactive.
That wasn't Apogee?
No, Apogee published it.
Oh no, okay, never mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go to the developer like, hey, we need something to show because this game is kick ass. You know?
Yeah, it's a cyberpunk indie first person shooter action, kill people with chainsaws in your leg.
Are you fucking with me?
Not fucking with you, man. No.
I will fly out there.
No, Trigger Happy Interactive is the name of the company that developed that shit. And the release date is soon. In all caps. Soon.
You know what another way of saying soon is?
Never.
TBA.
TBA. If John St. John or Mr. Duke Nukem was here, you know what he'd say?
What would he say, Michael?
You guys suck. See you in hell.
Well, Mr. John St. John ain't wrong.
Yeah, I know.
We fucking suck. Don't beat this bit to death, man.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Okay, let's move on.
Get out of like a sheet full of Xbox specs or something. Read that shit off.
No. So that was my favorite game that they played, and I cannot wait for Turbo Overkill. Cool. Yeah. Like the other one that looked crazy and super fast paced, and it's like totally up my alley. It's called No Longer Human. It comes out in 2022. It's developed by 0801 LLC, and it's published by PM Studios. So
they have been cleared for development. Engage protocol.
So PM Studios also developed Exophobia. So it's the same company that did Exophobia, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's called No Longer Human, and it's an action It's called a spectacle fighter hack and slash. It's like anime. It's like fucking glowy neon. Like I'm gonna fucking. It's an action fuck 'em up. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Well, to me, it was like I like the aesthetic they're going for, but all I could think of is like a fucking 2D Killer 7. Just really hard to follow and see. But
I don't know. It looks.
It was nice.
I could follow
It was
it.
nice to see, but the trailer was like it was all over the place.
I was there in person. It's it is very fast. But like, I mean, do you want to hear how they describe themselves?
How's that?
A high-energy cyber-goth action fuck 'em up with expressive freeform combat that incentivizes aggressive and stylish play.
Oh, okay. So Killer 7 mixed with Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
Mushed out of 2D.
Yeah. I like the incentivizes.
Okay.
They incentivize you to be aggressive and stylish at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wear shades while you play it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Play hard.
Play hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of excited. Like I said, 2022, it's going to be a minute. So, but definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, that one, I'll fuck. I mean, I should have a PC by then, so I'll be picking that one up.
Yeah. So something I've recently done, we're going to migrate into like VR. We're almost done, people. So don't worry. You can leave us soon. You're either...
Yeah. We'll leave you alone.
Yeah, we'll leave you alone. We're assaulting your ears for a little bit more, so just deal with it. But like, so I got an Oculus Quest 2. It's the wireless version of Oculus. It's like the latest one. It's pretty badass. It's super fucking cool. I highly recommend it if you haven't dove into the VR yet. I have a PSVR. I like it, but like it's limited on what, like, you're tied to your TV, and I just love that this thing is wireless. You can draw boundaries, like there's frontward cameras so you can see what's going on, so you're not like running into your desk or chair, or draw physical boundaries. And if you get too close to something, your cameras will shoot on, overlay the game, and say, hey, like you're getting too close to your desk, like chill out. So you're like, oh, okay.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's really sick. Like, and there's just a plethora of games. Like, it's just tons of games. Plus,
sorry, what?
A plethora of games.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah. So
how's it so you don't have any issues with like latency, anything like that?
Zero. Because I mean, it's the controllers are wireless, the headset's wireless. It doesn't stream. I mean, you can stream from your laptop, but I'm not. It operates independently wirelessly.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's super, super cool. So I've been diving into the games and experiences. I got VR chat to start off to see how it was, and I'm just like running around this world. It kind of felt like the Oasis, right, in Ready Player One. Except it's not quite where it needs to be yet. But it's fun. This kid was like, "Hey, fucktard," and I was like, "Wow, how do you know me?" I was just like, "And where the fuck's your parents at? You shouldn't be yelling at me like that, you piece of shit."
+1 for calling you a fucktard.
Right? I know. I didn't know how old they were. I didn't stick around. I was just like, "Fuck you, I'm leaving." Someone made fun of me online. How do I report them?
Oh man, I would have loved to see you run away from that. Probably got that full like arm swinging like.
Probably. No, I was like, fuck this. No. And then I went somewhere else. I was like, bad kid.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, then I kicked the wall, and then I hurt my pinky toe.
Yeah. I think actually what I said was, "Shame on you. You're grounded. Go to your room." And he's just like, "I'm in my room."
Get off my lawn and ran away.
Pretty much. And then I ran away in terror. As I was dressed as Scooby. No, I was dressed as Shaggy, and from Scooby-Doo. Because I was sitting there. So it was funny. So I was trying on all these avatars from like Family Guy to Rick and Morty, and I was like, "Shaggy." And then I wish I was recording it. I looked over and there's like 2 or 3 people standing by me. They're like, "Shaggy, smoke a tube." And I was just like laughing so hard.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure it was a kid too. And then this other guy just laughed. But yeah. But anyways, I do not like VR chat because there's no games. It's just fucking weird. But it's cool because it like shows you.
Because you have to interact with other humans, Michael.
Yeah, I don't do well in that, so I run. I've run from everybody. So I kind of played a game. Was like, like walk around till I see people and then run away from them. And it's weird because when you do that, people chase you. It's super creepy. So
Chase me. Just chase me.
it's pretty much. I was just like, how do I escape? It's like ultimate. You know, what do they call that when you're like you're not an extrovert, an introvert? It's like a game, not a game for introverts. So.
Yes.
I'm like, these aren't NPCs. Fuck this. Next game. So, so I got this game. I got 3 game. Well, I have 3 games on my list to buy, and I have 1 game that I have already purchased, right? And the second one's coming soon because I get paid tomorrow. So, the one that looks super cool, it's a VR swordplay roguelite, kind of like hack and slash. Is called Until You Fall. It is currently out. It came out October 27th of last year. So I didn't have the Quest 2 then, so I didn't know anything about it, to be honest with you. But it was at the GameCon, you know, because they had a couple VR headsets there, because they're just trying to promote, right? Because it's PAX, so yeah. So, but it's actually done really well. And I got my hands on it for a little bit. I'm like, I have to buy this. It's like $24, and I'm like, totally worth it. You know, I don't know how long it is yet. I haven't started playing that one yet. The other one that was there, and the devs were super nice, it's called I Expect You to Die 2. And that's kind of like a James Bond game, right? It's meant to be sit down. It's like played sitting down. Although I kept fucking standing up, and they're like, sit down! Like, they yelled at me. They're like, sit down. Like, I know this is cool, but sit down. And I'm like, okay. The game disappears, and it yells.
I've been there in person just watching it yelled at.
It's like literally, like you stand up, and all of a sudden everything disappears, and it just says, sit down. I'm like, okay, sorry. All right. So it's kind of like you're a spy, and there's someone that's a liar, and they're trying to call you out. So what you're doing is you're a 005, I don't know, 007,
More likely.
Whatever.
That's where we're at with spy naming things.
Yes, but you're a spy. Your goal is to infiltrate this bad spy community or terrorists or whatever the fuck they're called, and you know, get in there and ruin, like kind of like in a Scooby-Doo way, like ruin with your shenanigans, ruin their evil plans and thwart them. And then wear a disguise and escape and like get out of there. So, but you're doing it in escape room style, right? So you get all these.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, I was wondering like what a good way to describe that is, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, so it's like a spy game. You're thwarting like the bad guys, but you're doing it in an escape room style, and there is different ways and combinations to do things. And if you do it the wrong way, you die, and you die funny, like horrifically or funny. It's funny. That's why it's like I expect you to die.
Bond, I expect you to die. Oh, that's what I can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So clever.
Yes, very, very clever, right?
Yeah.
But it's high fidelity. It's done super well. Probably like one of the most fun interactive VR experiences I've done in a very long time. And I've done some cool stuff, but I was super impressed. Even the intro video to the game was like, just the transitions were like, I let my my roommate Jenny try it, and she was like falling back, like going, "Whoa, this is trippy, whoa!" So it's kind of, it was
This is rocking good stuff.
like, yeah, it was cool to see that because I'm like, cool, I felt the same way. Like, this is really neat and done well. So good job, guys.
Good.
Yeah, and you know that. So I believe actually I Expect You to Die 2 and Until You Fall are done. Yeah, they're done by the same developer and publisher, which is Shell Games, SCHELL, like Shell Games. And so, which is like, you can kind of tell. So that's why I said they're high fidelity, done really well. Like, the studio is great. So like, if you want 2 games to hop in like a VR, get those 2 games first. Get Until You Fall and get I Expect You to Die. Yeah, I mean, I Expect You to Die 1 is probably good. I didn't play it yet, but I Expect You to Die 2 because that's what I was exposed to at PAX. The other one that was kind of weird and cool, like I just really love this style, it's also a VR game. It's called Captain Toonhead vs. the Punks from Outer Space, and it's by TerraVision Games. Now, it's kind of like a FPS tower defense shooter, but it's got this cartoony looking vibe to it.
The aesthetic was really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's just fun. Like, you can't get enough of it. And you're like, I want to keep playing. People are like, hey, I'm next. Get out of the chair. And you're like, oh, but it's fun. So that's why I know it's a game that I'm definitely gonna want to buy. It comes out this year. There's only a few months left in the year, so they didn't say specifically when, but I'm guessing next month. So maybe November. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Coming up bad.
Yeah. It's. They said this year, and they said soon. So that's my guess.
TBA. But
TB,
soon.
TBA, TBD, and
TBA.
TBA. Yes. But yeah, it's definitely it's a fun game. So I recommend checking it out. But yeah,
Nice.
my VR experience has been pretty interesting to say the least. I did like the social media facet of it. Like, you can go into rooms, like, let's say, Eddie, you got one. Like, you could be like, hey, let's go hop in this experience, and like me and you can go watch a movie together, like in the same room, and like we could actually go. So they have productivity apps where like we can like go in a conference room and like draw on a whiteboard and like knowing you'd throw the eraser at me or the markers at me, just throw as much shit at me as you.
Okay, see, I wondered where you were leading because I'm like, you're trying to plug for me having to spend time with you,
Yeah.
even virtually. I was
Yeah.
like, he's gonna have to come at me with something a little better than that.
Yeah.
So I can throw shit at
Yeah,
you.
it's like, yeah, nope. Yeah, but so like, yeah, no, you could throw shit at me, and we could like draw stuff on the board. Well, or we could go to like a concert or watch a movie together or a TV show. So there's some really cool, interesting, like interactive things that you can do with friends, besides play games.
Sure.
So, yeah, so yeah, I recommend checking it out. It's totally worth it.
What's the price tag on that thing?
I think it's only $299.99.
What?
Yeah, is pretty damn good. That's why I was like, they've been sold out at
That's
best.
not bad.
No, dude, for the quality. So for the quality, it's cheaper than like the freaking PSVR, like, and all the like the HTC, like the Vive and all that. Like, it's cheaper than all that, but you're still getting a high quality experience. Like, I mean, it's not like 5 to 8K or whatever like that, that gaming experience is, but like, it's really good. It's definitely like, if you want an entryway that's accessible and wireless that you can play wherever, you can throw that in a suitcase, and they have like little cool like travel bags for it. You can take that anywhere you want, and like we could be like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and like watch movies together while we're in different hotel rooms and cry and watch Hulu. That'd be funny.
Mike, that is the worst thing you've ever said. Just that sequence of words in that order is the worst thing you've ever said to me in our entire lives.
But yeah, no, I mean, that could happen.
I am incredulous right now.
You stupid.
What the actual shit?
But yeah,
So
like,
we're gonna wrap this up now.
no, but I'm just saying, like, the cool thing is it connects people like wirelessly and virtually.
Yeah, no,
so
that's pretty cool.
yeah. But yeah, so those are all the games that I saw at PAX, and I was surprised because I'll be honest with you, like, PAX the last few rounds has been less than desirable, and my, like, there hasn't been that there, like, with COVID, it's been like less and less.
That's what I was gonna say.
like,
I mean, I know that's the excuse for everything nowadays.
It is,
but it holds true. It's true. We're not going to go to conventions when there's a giant pandemic out that is killing people. So I maybe don't want to cram myself into a giant room full of snotty nerds.
But I mean, people were really respectable.
Oh, no,
they wore masks.
But like, no, and so like, it'd be nice. It's nice that like they're actually starting to come back out now, and
But it was smaller,
especially PAX. Like, E3, I'd still be scared to go to, but PAX is, I don't know. Maybe it's just like it's a combination of the type of people that go to PAX and the people who organize PAX, and I'm sure that they, that all their protocols and stuff were well organized and stuff, like in terms of keeping patrons safe and all that stuff. So it's like PAX, I'd be more comfortable attending than something like E3.
Yeah, I mean, it was noticeably smaller. Like, the halls were a lot smaller. Like, the booth setups were smaller. There's, like, lots of space. And I was like, whoa, I remember this feeling a lot more crowded last time I was here. Like, this is nuts. But there was still lots to see and do. There's a lot of artists that were there, small shops from all around different states. I got to, see some retro games like in consoles and stuff. Someone bought my fucking Zelda for Super Nintendo. I was so pissed. So, I literally walked away. I was thinking about it. I walked away, and the guy said, I came back, and he goes, "You thought about it too long, man." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Someone came in and bought it in a second." And I was like, "Son of a bitch."
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have an entire episode where I'm gonna not only berate you for that, but we'll kind of dive a little deeper into my retro obsession that I've kind of infected you with now.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll talk about that.
That'll be our stinger for the next one.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so I mean, I hope everyone enjoyed. I know that GameGravy.com is gonna definitely take a bit to warm back up the engines and get some more content out there. But we're gonna post about these things, and check it out. And if you want to be entertained, you can watch some of our other PAX coverage before we did interviews at PAX South. Me and Eddie actually traveled together. He actually left his home. And I
was on the same plane as Michael.
Yeah, and he even forced himself to be in the same hotel room as me. But he wouldn't share a pizza with me. He drew the line at that. He goes, "Fuck you, get your own pizza." So, but we did we unboxed a pizza. That was fun. And then we ate it.
Yeah, San Antonio wasn't bad, man. I wouldn't mind going there again.
Yeah, but if you do a search for PAX South on GameGravy.com, you can check that out and laugh at our stupidity but see all the passion in the games because those guys are really great.
Mainly Michael's, but a little bit of mine.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, PAX South was a good time. It was so long ago. But the games that we were looking at back then, they were just they're wonderful, wonderful games. That's why I had never been to a PAX, so I didn't really know the type of room I was walking into, and they did have some big name stuff, but most of the really fun stuff was all on the outlying stuff. Just talking to the guy who was there presenting Lobo with a shotgun and
Jerry Garcia.
Yeah, and I met the guy who made a super rad ray gun, which is something I played on Xbox Live Arcade years before I just saw he was there making a remastered version of it, and I flipped out. I'm like, I gotta talk to this guy. And then when I tried to talk to this guy on camera, I'm the most awkward.
Hi.
But I was like, hi, can I talk to you about game?
I like your game. I play it.
Yeah. Oh, I like your Subway logo shirt that says Sub-Zero.
And then you see a broom handle come out of nowhere and poke Eddie, hey, keep asking him questions.
Hey, do something. Can you do something? Can you talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I felt like it went well overall. So.
No, it did. He was a super nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I was out there on the floor, even just going around the outside is the stuff that really spoke to me, and so that's why I like indie games so much, is that they're usually not AAA $16 billion development deals over 7 years. But it's somebody that just Tom Happ, Axiom Verge, he did that all by himself.
Yeah.
And that took him 7 years, but it wasn't backed by, funneled money from Sega or Gearbox or anything like that. He did it himself for years, and finally had this awesome game to show for it. And that's the kind of shit that I really, really still like about gaming.
Oh yeah. Same. Yeah, same. I think it's pretty great. And that passion shines through, and I think that's what these events are about, is to be able to connect with those type of people. And instead of the corporate barcodes that are just getting paid to be there and they really don't want to be there. So
yes. Hey guys, another Madden's coming out.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that? Yeah, it was a part
I don't know, man. We moved some of the lights, and we animated the drone cameras that actually fly around now. Did you add any new gameplay systems or
footballs?
No, it's really, we changed the rosters around to reflect the yearly trades, and so it's a new Madden. It's another $60 instead of a $5 DLC because we didn't really do anything for this game.
You know what I thought would be awesome, by the way? I know you're being facetious and you're joking around and stuff, but like since I play fantasy football, it would be badass if Madden had like an add-on where you could upload your fantasy football thing and it would recreate the games, or it would create it in real time or something like that, so you can see the players that you have on your team versus your opponent's players and stuff, and it's just like you can see what's happening kind of like in real time, even though they're completely crazy different teams. Like that'd be interesting. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, you're talking about it on a public podcast, so now you're gonna have to fucking patent that shit because otherwise EA's gonna get rich.
Whatever. Vocal copyright TM.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
That reminds me of The Office. Did you just say TM? Yeah. Trademark. I trademarked that. It's a verbal trademark. That counts. From the guy from what show was that? Fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, all right. Well, we'll bid everyone adieu. Thanks for listening, and if you've made it this far, then we love you.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
we appreciate you anyway.
Yeah, and I'll reward you with a hentai moan. There you go. You're welcome.
No, you gotta just do it yourself like a man.
No. But
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks everyone, and we'll do another one soon. So, yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Fuck you, Mike.
Shit, I'm still recording.